Hey guys, welcome to 90s Week on CineFix. We're going to be gushing over 90s nostalgia all week long, so be sure to tune in for the best cartoons, the best TV shows, and the best 90s movies. Today we're kicking it off by going around the office to see what everyone's favorite 90s movies are.
My favorite 90s movie, coincidentally, is also my favorite movie of all time, and it is Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I love this movie, and I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan. He, I think, was sort of my spirit animal as a kid, as sort of a nerdy introvert. I love everything about that movie. I love the catchphrases. I love talking through your butt. What's so amazing is Jim Carrey was just crushing it in 1994. You have Ace Ventura, then you have The Mask, and you have Dumb and Dumber all in the same year. I mean, this was his sort of coming out year. I was on the Carrey train from movie one, and I love it. I wish he'd go back to some really dumb, slapsticky comedies because it's the best.
My favorite movie of the 90s, which makes it into the 90s by just a hair, is Galaxy Quest. I think it came at just the right time in my own life when I was self-identifying as a Trekkie. It just had such a great look back at the 90s action movie, sci-fi vibe to it. But it was really funny. Galaxy Quest also had Alan Rickman going for it. He can do anything right. It was, I think, maybe the warm-up for his work as Severus Snape.
My favorite movie in the 90s is definitely The Matrix. I love this movie like crazy. I know it's a late entry, I know it's 1999, but at the end of the day, all the coolest stuff in movie history is in this movie. You have the future, you have hackers, you have evil robots, you have guns, you have anime influences, you have kung fu. You can't go wrong. Great movie. Keanu Reeves is awesome. I love it. And it's also one of the first times they really have an anime-inspired film. I mean, that lobby scene is straight out of Ghost in the Shell.
My favorite movie from the 90s is Pulp Fiction, of course. I think it's my favorite. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Samuel Jackson changed my life. It was like getting Jesus in my heart. Seeing Samuel Jackson reciting the Bible and then gunning people down. You know, I mean, what would the world be without that weird, tall, doughy guy who probably smells funny called Quentin Tarantino?
There's a ton of movies in the 90s that I love, but probably the most important one to me, my favorite, is Pi by Darren Aronofsky. After seeing it, it's what made me actually fall in love with movies. It is the thing that convinced me to pursue a career in film and end up where I am editing YouTube videos. It's a weird mathematical horror. They got a little bit of cyberpunk. It's incredibly indie. It was shot all in black and white reversal film. It's definitely probably my favorite up there with Point Break and Hackers.
One of my favorite movies from the 90s has to be The Professional. It's one of Luc Besson's best movies. The Fifth Element is also pretty rad too, but The Professional is so great and sweet and funny. It's a movie about a hitman who can't read, who takes in a little girl to teach her how to be a hitman or a cleaner. I always love movies that take tough people and tough subject matter and give them incredible heart. It gave us Natalie Portman, which I think we're all happy about. Gary Oldman's performance in The Professional, not only did it make me want to own a chino suit, but it made me want to create. And the whole thing is just a gorgeous film. It's one of those movies that every 4 or 5 months I'm just like, oh wait, I have to watch The Professional again.
Okay, so everybody in the office is totally gonna say duh when they hear what my favorite movie of the 90s is because I talk about it all the time. Clueless, of course. The reason I love Clueless is, of course, it's a fun movie, it's teenage melodrama and all of that, but it's also so smart. I mean, you have Alicia Silverstone in the role that she will never be able to live down, and she will always be Cher. I think it probably killed her career because she's Cher, that's it. I know every single line to this movie. It's ridiculous. You don't want to watch this movie with me because I will not stop. Definitely check out on Friday. The Movie Buzz kids will be drinking with a very special guest while they watch Clueless. Be sure to check out Homemade Movies on Tuesday because a very, very special guest will be playing himself in Hook. Let us know in the comments below what 90s movies are your favorites. I mean, there's so many of them, just off the top of my head. Tank Girl, that wasn't mentioned today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tune in all week for more 90s Week.